Okay, let's forget about those vague New Year's resolutions that never seem to stick. We're talking about something totally different here. A complete personal reinvention with a hard deadline, just 6 months. This is your shot to become the architect of your future self, with a crystal clear target of 2026.
So let me just ask you this straight up. What if you could actually build a genuinely new you by this time next year? I'm not talking about just a slightly improved version of yourself. I mean a fundamentally upgraded operating system for your entire life. Well, this is the plan to do it. Think of this as the architectural guide, the step-by-step blueprint for a total personal transformation. We are officially moving beyond wishful thinking and getting into concrete, actionable steps. So, what does this blueprint for a new you actually look like? Let's zoom out for a second and get a bird's-eye view of the entire 6-month journey. The whole thing is broken down into 3 really distinct 2-month phases. So for months 1 and 2, we're all about laying the foundation. Then, in months 3 and 4, we start building the framework. And finally, in months 5 and 6, we add those all-important finishing touches. See, it's a clear, logical progression from start to finish. All right, let's dive into phase 1, the foundation. This covers the first 2 months, and honestly, the metaphor here is perfect. Before you can build anything new and amazing, you have to clear the ground, maybe do a little demolition, and pour solid concrete. That's exactly what we're doing here. Now, the absolute key to this foundation phase is that it's all about internal work. This part is so critical, but here's the catch. Almost none of the changes will be visible to the outside world. Not yet. You're basically deconstructing the old you and carefully designing the new you from the inside out. So how do we actually do it? It comes down to 3 crucial steps in that first month. First, you've got to conduct a brutally honest life audit. And I mean brutal, no sugarcoating, looking at everything from your career to your health to your relationships. Second, based on what you find, you'll define your new core identity and the values that are going to support it. And third, you isolate and master one single keystone habit. Not 10, not 5, just 1. Focus is everything right now. And this is what that identity shift really looks like in practice. You're not just trying to procrastinate less. No, you are becoming a disciplined executor. You're shifting from being reactive to everything happening around you to being a proactive designer of your life. From being a passive consumer of content and products to an active creator. It's a fundamental change in who you are, not just a little behavioral tweak. Then, as we move into the second month, the focus becomes incredibly simple. Discipline. You remember that one keystone habit you chose? Well, now you're just laying the bricks of your new identity, one daily action at a time. You're proving to yourself, through action, that you really are that new person.
Okay, with that foundation poured and properly set, we move into phase 2, the framework. This covers months 3 and 4. And you'll notice the energy shifts here. This is where the walls start going up, and the structure of your new life finally starts to become visible to you and everyone else.
The actions in this phase become a lot more external. Step 1. You're going to actively learn one high-value skill that really aligns with your new identity. Step 2. You will systematically and intentionally expand your comfort zone, doing things the old you would have totally avoided. And step 3. You start practicing this new identity out in public, maybe in some low-stakes situations at first.
And check this out. Notice how your commitment evolves during this phase. Month 3 is all about consistent effort. It's about just showing up day in and day out. But in month 4, the bar gets higher. You start to increase the intensity. It's a very deliberate ramp-up of your discipline investment.
The whole point of month 4 is what we call pressure testing. You're taking your new skills, your new habits, your new identity, and you're applying them under real-world conditions. This is what makes the change stick. This is what solidifies everything and moves it from something you're just trying to do into who you simply are.
And that brings us to the final stage, phase 3, the finishing touches, for months 5 and 6. This is where you move from actively building the house to actually living in it. It's all about integration and refinement now.
So month 5 is all about making this new life of yours sustainable, making it automatic. You're going to integrate your new habits into a seamless system. You'll automate the positive behaviors so you don't even have to think about them, which eliminates decision fatigue. And crucially, you're also going to refine your environment, your physical space, your social circle, to support this new identity effortlessly.
And the final month?
Month 6 is not a finish line. This is so important to get. It's actually a new beginning. You're going to step back, look at the incredible systems you've built, and then design a plan for your continued growth. You've built the engine. Now it's time to plan the rest of the journey.
And there you have it. Your life rebuilt, piece by piece, brick by brick, all according to a clear, intentional plan.
You know, it all comes down to this number, 6. Just 6 months. That's the time frame to deliberately architect a brand new you. It's not some overnight fantasy. It's a structured project with a clear, achievable deadline.
And this is the transformation we've been talking about. At the very start, all you had was a vague wish for change. 6 months later, you have a concrete, completed structure, a new identity, built entirely by your own design and your own discipline. You were both the architect and the builder.
So, the blueprint is on the table. It's laid out, it's complete. The only question left is the one you see right here. When does construction begin?